Hello class, let's pick up where we left off last time and continue with our project in the Unity. Click on the project you have created already and open it. This may take a few minutes. Let's change our layout so we can have access to both scene view and game view. So if you go to Window, Layouts, Top, grab the game view and put it under the scene view and adjust it. This is the scene view and this is the game view. All right, so basically this is your Unity Editor interface. It has 5 key areas. So this is your scene view, which is an interactive window into the world you're creating. You'll use the scene view to manipulate objects and view them from different perspectives. Okay. And this is your game view. You'll use the game view to render your game. This is the hierarchy window where you can organize all the things in your project. We call them game object. For example, if you wanted to add a game object, you may right click here and go to 3D objects, and there are here a bunch of primitive objects you may add into your scene. I'm going to add that cube here. All right. We can also add that game object by going to menu bar and click on the game object, go to 3D object, and it's basically the same. Either going to menu, or we can actually go to the hierarchy and right click and add the objects. Okay, and here we have the project window where you can find all the files available for use in your project, whether you use them or not. It works like a file explorer and organized in a folder. Then we have here the inspector window. The inspector window is where you'll find all information about a game object. For example, here you may find all the information and components of the cube here. We will talk about these components later on. Okay. And then we have here the toolbar, where you can start and stop the play mode. Okay. And the scene navigation functions are hosted in a floating toolbar, so you may change the location of that. So basically, these functions allow you to move, rotate, and scale your selected object. Okay? For example, if I click on the hand, you may change the entire scene. Okay. Or if you click on the rotation, you can rotate the objects. Or you can scale it. And so on. We are going to talk about that in a bit, okay? So this is our scene, okay? And scenes in a Unity project are typically stored in a folder named scenes, and you may find that in project window. Okay, so as you see here, my scenes are under the assets, and if I open the folder, you will find all the scenes I have already saved in my Unity project. Okay, to save a scene, as you know, you go to File, Save As, you go to your Scenes directory and just give a name. Okay. Now, let's quickly review the basic navigating in our scene view again. So we have that hand that we can use to pan. We have the zoom option. If you're holding Alt in Windows or Option in Mac and right-click and drag in the scene view to zoom, okay? So click on the Option or Alt in Windows, and if you drag, you can basically zoom in or zoom out. Or you can use the mouse wheel, and it does the same. So you can orbit if you hold the Alt button or Alt key in Windows or Option in Mac, and left click and drag to orbit around the current pivot point, like that. Okay. And if you click the F key, you focus on that object. So that's a very functional key. You may use that later. For example, you go something really far away and you wanted to edit your cube, and this is very far away. You can't do that. Just click in your hierarchy, select it, and press the F key. And here you go. And you can also use a fly through mode in Unity to navigate in the scene view by flying around in first person. Okay. This is common in many games. To do so, click and hold the right mouse button, okay, and use WASD key to move the view left, right, forward, and backward. Okay. No. So click and hold the right mouse button and use the WASD. And also, if you use Q and E, you can move it up and down. Okay. So please practice a little bit your Unity editor skills. And I'll be back with the next video. Thank you.